Hey guys, Giggity DFS back in with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be breaking down the 3-game Csgo ESL 1 Cologne slate for tomorrow. We got a solid 3-gamer, bunch of good spots to get to, and some fun plays. We got Navi and Complexity at 9 a.m. We got Heroic and G2 at 12:30, and Triumph and Cloud9 going at 4 o'clock. And definitely some spots I would like to go look into. Before we jump into the video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Follow the socials, links in the description below. And before we go into the betting odds and everything, here's my lineup from yesterday. Fortunately, I did not money. I had I wanted to try to get different. I mentioned how I liked Gen G, and that did not work out too well, unfortunately. I did mention how I liked Astralis, and that worked out quite nicely. I did say I liked OG, and that one did not work out as well. Solid options. I really liked the plays that I had, and I would go back and do it again. But I just wanted to go for the ownership. Look, 13%, 8%, 8%. So I was cool with it, and we'll go ahead and look at the first place lineup, which was $5,000, went to Nick Knack, and he ran a 3-3, went with Henny, Caserado, and Vinny. Solid play. I mentioned how I liked Vinny yesterday on my video. If you have not checked out my videos, I mentioned all these plays, and here you go. And then Device, Bubsky, and Dupree was also on that lineup. A 3-3, totally ignored the first game. So, solid lineup, dude. Congrats. But we'll go ahead and look at the Bovada odds for tomorrow's game. Complexity and Navi. Navi is a minus 160 to Complexity is 120. Really do like Complexity in this one. G2 is a minus 160 and plus 120 for Heroic. Like G2, but we'll go on more. Cloud9 and Triumph minus 335 to a plus 240. Let's go ahead and jump into the actual teams now. So looking at Navi, let's look at the flex prices. That's a little bit simpler. Simple is going to be your most expensive player on the slate at $9,600. And I would say he's worth the price, but I put him in the same category as I put Zaiwu in, and that is more times than not, I'm going to actually fade Simple. Simple is going, because if you look at the highest priced players, Simple, OC, Electronic, Floppy, and Kenny are your top 5 most expensive options. And honestly, I'd rather get to the Cloud9 players than Simple. Electronic's way overpriced, and I do like the Kenny and Hunter combo more. Getting to there, so Simple is going to be chalky because they're favorited. He's the most expensive player in the slate. He's the most well-known player on the slate. People probably want a lot of money using him, so he's going to be high owned. I'm not going to be getting to him. Electronic, like I said, way too expensive, and honestly, I'm not even interested in any of the bottom 3 Navi players, just because I feel like I can find better value on this slate. And part of the better value on the slate will come from Complexity. Blame F 8K, love that price. Love it, love it, love it. I really love. I'm using level. I'm really liking Complexity tomorrow. I feel like they're gonna win, and their players are so cheap to the point where getting to 3 of them in my lineup would be an ideal of mine, doing a 3-2-1 tomorrow with some Complexity players. Blame F 8K, love it. Config 6.8 and Poison 6.6 would be my 3 favorite plays. Poison at 6.6 is just way too cheap. There's no reason he should be that cheap. Go Complexity tomorrow. Complexity is the better team. They've been playing better in this tournament. I'm going for Complexity tomorrow. and these players are just going to be they got to be a core tomorrow. Heroic and G2. I do like the G2 side a little bit more in this one, but Heroic is a solid choice. They have played decent. Who do they play against? Don't remember off the top of my head. Game logs. Who do they play? They beat FaZe, and now they're in their second game of their. This is the upper bracket game. Their second game of ESL for Heroic. They only beat FaZe. G2 went and beat MIBR, which MIBR is now out. FaZe is actually still in. So, looking at that, and they 2-0'd them. Both of these teams 2-0. No. Yeah, Heroic 2-0'd FaZe. I forgot about that. I still like the G2 side a little bit better on this one. But Stavin and Nico were the big performers from Heroic, and if they're going to beat G2, it's going to be those two guys. If they're not going to beat G2, then they're not going to be in the winning lineup, so you don't really need to worry about them anyway. And then the bottom three, I'm not really worried about. They're not going to be anything that I'm interested in. Now, G2 side. Favorite plays from this one, I really like the Hunter play at 8,200. And I really do like the Nexa play at 7,800. They came off a dominant performance against MIBR, which MIBR is an NA team that we're playing in the European region. They didn't really put up a fight against G2. They put up more of a fight against FaZe in the lower bracket, but they're not really a team that's supposed to be in there. They'll go back to NA. But I do like Hunter. I do like Nexa. Next at 7,800, he is the best IGL in the world, so I do like getting to him tomorrow. And then Kenny, if you want, it would be my third choice from G2. Honestly, all these guys, I think G2 is going to 2-0, so all these guys will be viable. I just don't think Jax is going. If I'd have to fade one guy, Jax is not really interesting because he's 7,400. Rather pay out $400 to Nexa. And Almanac at 6,400, I feel like I just can get better value elsewhere, like on Complexity. Last game of the day, we got Triumph and Cloud9. Cloud9 is huge favorites, but I'm all right with getting to a little bit of Complexity tomorrow. Triumph tomorrow. I don't know why I said Complexity. I'm all right with getting to some Triumph tomorrow. They did come off a big loss to EG, but EG is the best team in NA right now. And Cloud9 just came off a loss to Liquid. Hard-fought loss. Triumph did not look good at all. But if you're going to get to somebody, Junior at 5,800, they're very, very cheap, but they're cheap for a reason. They're not going to really do much. You're not going to need them. Go to Complexity before you go to Triumph. They're just not going to be a good spot for you to get to. And as for the Cloud9 side, OC at 9K is a fade for me. He's just a tad too expensive. I would much rather pay up for Kenny or Hunter or Blame F. Those three are a lot more appetizing. Even Floppy at $400 cheaper is going to be more. Is going to be a better play for me than OC. OC just hasn't really done what he needed to. He's been all right at best. I mean, he scored 74, but that one went 3. Really didn't have much here. Was 3 over, was 10 over, cool. Was 9 over. If you're gonna need somebody at 9K, you're gonna need somebody who's a lot is doing a little bit better than that. Floppy 8,600, I'm alright with that. Honestly, Floppy and Sonic would be my top 2 from Cloud9. Then OC, and then I'm not interested in Modem, and I'm not interested in JT. They're cheap for a reason. I'm not really, and 7K for Modem's tad too expensive. But go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and put in my game picks. I'll take Complexity in 3. I'll take G2 in 2, and Cloud9 always figures out a way to do 3 maps. So I'll take Cloud9 at 3. But if you guys got anything out of this video, make sure you guys go ahead, leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Links to my socials are in the description below. So go ahead, check those out. And I hope we all have a good day. Let's make some money. Turn off. Turn off.